Welcome back to Chaos Ensues. This is our new series we're starting. It's called Chaos Chronicles, and it's me interviewing Megan, asking her about a book she's read, asking questions, getting her opinions, see what she knows about it, just giving a good setup because Megan reads a lot. Mm-hmm. How many books have you read this year so far?
As of right now, 6, but I'm currently reading 3, so by the time I finish those, it'll be 9 for the year right now.
Which is crazy. Crazy, because some people might not even read a book a year. I used to not. I've tried to start reading more, and Megan, who I get a lot of recommendations from. Again, she's gonna review this book, and there's a little bit of a surprise. If you notice, 2 of us aren't in this room. And yeah, you're gonna be surprised what they look like because they're gonna show up later. All right. What? But first, we're gonna talk about this book and set it up.
Yep, fix my glasses there.
Your nice little library glasses.
No library glasses. On and off.
Yep, because we're trying to fix Megan's problem of not having her reading glasses.
Yeah, because I can't see anything without these up close, and I can't see nothing over there without these. So I have to have them both.
All right, so what book are we talking about today? What's the name of it, and what's the genre that it falls into? Because does it fall into multiple genres? What's going on?
So it falls into a couple. The name of the book is called Remarkably Bright Creatures, and it's actually fiction, but it also falls into a contemporary style book and also a mystery.
Okay. So this is for those who love modern mysteries.
Yeah.
Right? So tell me a little bit about the author. Do you read that author often? Who is it? Who wrote this book?
The author of this book, her name is Shelby Van Pelt. This is the first book I've read from her. Haven't explored any more, but after reading this one, good possibility I will explore some more of her books.
So since you haven't read her before, where'd you find this book? Like, did you get it recommended to you? Did it come up on
It definitely was recommended by my nutritionist, which is a weird place to get a recommendation, but we were just chatting about things that we like to do, and I bought up reading, and she mentioned she liked to read too, and said that a friend of hers mother had recommended this book, and so I thought I'd give it a try.
No, okay, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I like to get book recommendations from a bunch of different people. The more you read, the better off you are.
Yeah.
And diversify your reading a little bit. Who's the main character of the story? Like, who is this about?
So, I'd say
Or
there's
is
a
there
couple. I'd say there's a couple main characters. One is a older woman named Tova, and the other is a Pacific giant octopus named Marcellus.
Huh?
Marcellus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was. I wasn't expecting that.
Does Marcellus, like, point of view wise, does it is it written in a way like you're hearing his thoughts, or is it in a fully action sense because he's an octopus?
So no. So actually, there are chapters that are in his point of view. So it's like he's speaking and giving his point of view of what's going on in his.
Oh, that's really fun. So it's the main human character's point of view.
And then it jumps to his.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's really interesting. I've never heard of a book from the point of view of an octopus.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I was shocked, and I actually really enjoyed it.
I read a book about, from the point of view of cats.
Yeah.
It was from the point of view of Blackbeard's, like a cat on Blackbeard's pirate ship. But
that's cool.
Yeah, when they put it from the perspective of an animal,
gives it a different twist,
just a different feel.
Yeah.
It's like a cool imagination exercise to put yourself in the shoes of even a different species than us.
In it kind of really octopus. They're very smart and they're they're highly intelligent creatures. So reading it I could totally visualize that happening because they're so intelligent, and the things that he does in the book, I was like, yep, I could totally see that happening. It's not outside the realm of possibility. So really thought that into perspective.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I can see that. I can visualize that happening 100%.
No, that sounds like a fun reading.
It really was.
So it's a
really
fun
was.
book. Like
it was a fun book. In the story of Tova, like she cleans the aquarium. Like that's what she does. That's her job. That's how she comes in contact with him. And then her story on top of that, and you know, things going on in her life. It's a really great story. I enjoyed it all the way through. The mystery part, I don't want to give it away, but you know, it was just a really heartwarming and good story.
That's actually really nice to hear, because when I think of mystery, I usually think dark and like gritty and murder and like, so it's really nice to see that people are expanding the mystery genre to something more of a heartfelt mystery where
a happy ending, like, and you know, it's not murder and not those types of things,
no
but
death
just,
and stuff like that. Yeah, that's really cool, actually. Can you tell me a little bit more about the storyline of this without giving too much away?
Tova is an older lady. She lives in California, and she works at the aquarium as a nighttime job, and she lives alone. Something happens within the aquarium, and she kind of befriends Marcellus, and then they kind of, you know, go on the, like, she's keeping an eye on him and making sure things are happening, and then outside of that, you know, she makes a life decision about selling her home and moving to a retirement community. And there's some things that happen in that aspect that Marcellus kind of tries to prevent.
That's also really cool. I didn't realize when you were talking about the main character that she's elderly. Like, that's a really also cool perspective that you don't see a lot in books, is the point perspective from the elderly of having to can't afford or can't maintain a large home and needing to go into a retirement community. And what does that decision look like for their life? That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, I believe she's 70, early 70s.
No, that makes a lot of sense. People don't realize there's a lot of transition points in life, and they don't stop when the one transition that everyone talks about of 18, like you become an adult. Every decade is like a different transition. The closer I get to 30, the more I'm like, oh, I was such an idiot when I was a kid. So it would be really interesting to read from the perspective, or even as someone to like write to the perspective of a 7-year-old woman making that decision. That's really cool.
Yeah. So, and of course, as a woman of that age, you know, she's had tragedies, and those kind of play into the decision. But you know, Marcellus does try to prevent it and try, you know, in his own way as being an octopus. So, and that's why I like getting his perspective is really interesting and brings a whole nother dynamic to the story. Yeah. Because he sees things that she doesn't, and so it really kind of makes the story just really awesome all the way around.
Oh, that's really cool. We're gonna have you explain a scene.
Okay.
From the book.
So without
spoiling too much,
I'll explain kind of one of the chapters of Marcellus's perspective. So he's very intelligent, so he knows how to escape his cage. And so he goes on adventures at night when the aquarium is empty. What? And he'll escape his cage, and you know, he takes little adventures into other cages, you know, and he has a specific appetite, and he doesn't like the food that they feed him on a daily basis. So that's why he explores outside.
Okay, so he's like, nice. This food, these humans don't get it. This ain't what I want.
Right.
Like, if you can't give me what I want, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so which makes sense. Octopus are known for escaping their habitats at aquariums. Like, again, they're highly intelligent, very intelligent.
Yeah, so he goes on some adventures at night.
Okay, yeah.
And
so what was one of his adventures that stood out to you the most? Without, again, giving too much away about the mystery of this.
So one of it is he really likes sea cucumbers.
Sea cucumbers.
Sea cucumber. But he's smart enough to know that he can't always go to the sea cucumber habitat because someone's going to catch on.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So he gets out of his cage. He figures out a way out.
Yep. And into others.
And then sneaks out with his little octopus legs and makes his way over to the sea cucumber habitat and eats
some sea cucumbers.
Eats some sea cucumbers and then has to sneak around to try to get back. Do they ever notice like water on the ground or anything? Because I would assume
no, and that's how he comes into contact with Tova for the first time. He kind of gets in a little trouble.
Okay, so it's not always a smooth sailing.
It's not always a smooth. He has a specific amount of time that he can be out of water. So he has to get back, and so something happens
quick.
Yeah, he's moving quick.
He has a plan. Yeah, he's definitely
got a plan.
All right. So, book overall, what was it out of 5?
I'd say a 4.
4? Yeah, that's a pretty strong rating. That's a highly recommend.
I would really recommend it to anyone who enjoys to read and just would like to expand the horizons for different.
And just have a nice, good, fun story.
Yeah, a nice, fun, heartfelt, really good story.
All right, one more time. The title of this book is
Remarkably Bright Creatures
by
Shelby Van Pelt.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Well, as you've seen some crazy things happen while we were explaining this story and recommending this book, this is what Chaotic Chronicles is going to be. Us exploring books that Megan have read, getting her recommendation, and then our lovely chroniclers dressed up as the characters that we're describing when we give a short synopsis of a little scene from the book because we don't want to spoil too much. You're going to see them act it out, and who knows what chaos will ensue in the next Chaos Chronicles. All right, till next time. Bye.
Bye.
All right, and sea cucumber loses.